sections primarily covers about examinations evaluation criteria, which I've already discussed with you, the major contents which can be used by the examiner to evaluate your compositions. So one of the most horrific thing which I would like to share with you, that why students lost their marks in IELTS writing examinations. So one of the most public oriented research proclaims that the 70% students are unable to get a good score due to the one most eminent reason, because their theme was not appropriate, or probably their theme was not accurate, or perhaps their theme was not inappropriate. So keep one thing in your mind, that the theme plays a very pivotal and very significant role in order to get your good marks in written language. So today I'll share with you that theme plays a very important thing. Secondly, that we have discussed about the lexical features. So one of the most important lexical features are vocabulary and grammar. I have certain recommendations that in order to get a good score, so some do's and do nots should be practiced precisely in order to get a good marks in written language. Examiner has a very serious tool to evaluate your composition based on this diagram. Either your vocabulary has a wide range or it has a narrow range. So how can I explain you this phenomenon? For example, the student who is repeatedly using the similar words in his conversations of written language, so it shows to me as an examiner that he has a very narrow range of vocabulary. But the student who prefer synonyms, who prefer interchangeable words, who prefer an alternative word, so he preferred to use some antonyms, collocations, so it shows to the examiner that this student has a wide range of vocabulary. So it means that vocabulary is a serious issue, and being a student of IELTS writing class, so you have to address it very much on serious notes. Let me explain to you the concept of collocations. This is one of the most wisest suggestions to all of you. If you are curiously interested in getting 7 band in IELTS, so please try to introduce at least one collocative expression into your one sentence. And if you prefer to use it too, so that actually makes a very great sense to a reader that who is your examiner. So I have some strongest recommendations. The collocations can be provocatively used in your written language in order to get a good scores. So there are certain examples in order to understand you, that how would you be able to understand the collocations with adjectives and collocations with adverbs. For example, the first sentence shares that my teacher shared a horrible or thoughtful incident in the class to provoke or divert students' attentions. So I'm giving you two basic options in order to understand the questions. My teacher shared me a horrible incident, or actually he shared a thoughtful incident to provoke students' attentions, or probably that divert attentions. So Mr. John gave me a splendid and naive idea which dwindled or accelerated the growth of the company. So you have to select an appropriate collocations. I want to share with you the collocations plays a very significant role. For instance, that I'm delivering a lectures. I'm delivering a very wise lectures to all of you. So it shows a collocative expressions in the language. So you have to practice a lot. In our website, you can find a long list of collocative expressions. So you need to forcefully introduce them into written language. Next important factor of the lexical features is obviously the grammar. So I have selected the grammar is an unpardonable sin in written language because written language is probably a formality of your expressions. And obviously the grammar can be checked, the syntax can be checked, your structure will be checked very critically, and the students who are getting a very low scores in written language, so the wise reason that their sentences may be independent, they have small sentences, they have short constructions, or they have not any mature construction of the sentences. So we have the further classes here which can explain it to you in the long man series is available to you. So you can better guide it here in order to get a good scores in written language. So please practice more with the grammar and with more independent clauses and dependent clauses, and sometimes you can make long sentences, sometimes you can make short sentences. But I have a strongest suggestions and advice to all of you. If you feel that you are not really a dexterous and proficient student and grammar, and you have serious issues with the grammatical constructions, I will recommend that please start writing the short sentences, and afterwards you'll be in a positions to make the long sentences with the help of certain conjunctions and adjacents. Thank you.